Welcome to The Late Show, everybody. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert, and I've got cranberry fever because it's almost Thanksgiving. This afternoon, the president got in the mood at the annual turkey pardoning. Every year, the American people get a choice between sparing two birds, and this year, the birds were named peas and carrots. The turkeys disguised themselves as vegetables so Trump would not be tempted to eat them. Now, to inform the voters of their choices, the White House published bios of each bird. For instance, Pea's favorite music is Brad Paisley. His favorite pastime is watching planes. While Carrot's favorite music is Elvis, and turn-ons include floppy neck skin and getting stuff. But we might have made one of those up. Did we make that up? Did we make those up? It's possible we made some of that up. Now, in the Twitter poll, the results came in at 11 a.m. today. It was a dead heat at 50-50. Even our turkey voting is just hopelessly divided in America. Wow. Peas and carrots were selected from a group of 50 birds who were trained from a young age to be comfortable with lights, crowds, and music. Yes, they started so young. It's all chronicled in the series Turkeys and Tiaras. Come on, honey, let them hear you gobble. Get out there, okay? Okay, listen, I just gotta be honest. You're fat. You're fat. So sad. This afternoon, the big moment arrived and Trump began by introducing the turkeys.
It has been stated that President Abraham Lincoln, Honest Abe, was the first president to grant such a pardon after his son, Tad, befriended the Christmas turkey and implored his father, please, Dad, please, save it. In this grand tradition, I am pleased to announce that today's lucky bird and guest of honor is named Peas, along with his alternate named Carrots. The children will understand that.
Yes, because children are the only ones who eat vegetables, right? Just wait, kids. Once you're grown up, it's fried chicken and hamburgers. 4 meals a day, anything you want. Don't forget to get your fiber with frequent Diet Cokes. Trump explained how fortunate these birds were.
Thanksgiving is a time of great American traditions, and today we continue a very special one when a lucky turkey gets a presidential pardon. That turkey is so lucky. I've never seen such a beautiful turkey.
Yes, it's so beautiful. If it wasn't my dinner, perhaps I'd be dating it. Right over there. Oh, little side of pea, little gravy. So delicious.
Like that.
But these turkeys' reprieve might be short-lived because the turkeys Trump spared last Thanksgiving are already dead.
Oh, man, this boy is done.
Sad, they're put to rest according to their wishes in individually labeled Tupperware. Now, Trump might want to pardon someone else because we just learned that senior advisor to the president, Ivanka Trump, used a personal email account to send hundreds of emails about government business last year. This is really damaging if anything mattered anymore. Ivanka's attorney released a statement saying, Ms. Trump sometimes used her personal account, almost always for logistics and scheduling concerning her family. See, totally innocent until you remember her family is the president. Jared, can you handle snacks for the soccer game this weekend? Also, don't tell anyone my father got confused and tried to fight a mirror. And today, the president also pardoned Saudi Arabia. See, the CIA is preparing a report that is expected to tie the brutal murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi to Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, but the president got out in front of the CIA today and released a statement on Khashoggi's killing. It starts out with a calm, reassuring message, the world is a very dangerous place. It is now. Apparently, you can kill a Washington Post journalist and the president don't give a damn. Because Trump's official presidential decision on who is to blame for this murder is a resolute, He wrote,
Our intelligence agencies continue to assess all information, but it could very well be that the Crown Prince had knowledge of this tragic event. Maybe he did, and maybe he didn't.
Did Donald Trump just knowingly provide cover for a murderous autocrat? Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Maybe he did. That's written. Someone wrote that down. Someone actually typed that. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. That statement informs us in no way. A magic 8-ball would have taken a firmer stance.
Look, things are not knowable. We live in a quantum state of flux where time and matter coexist in interdimensional plasma in which all possible paths and futures simultaneously manifest on the space-time continuum. And in that infinite multiverse of non-congruent paradata, we must consider the possibility that I do weigh 239 pounds. In an infinite multiverse, I don't...
There is gobs of evidence that the prince was involved in this murder. One State Department official said, the idea that it goes all the way to the top is blindingly obvious. And I'm surprised Trump can't see that. He is known for looking at things that are blinding. And even though Trump's statements calls the murder a horrible crime, he still managed to throw some shade on the victim, saying,
representatives of Saudi Arabia say that Jamal Khashoggi is an enemy of the state. Yeah, enemy of the state. Sounds like a bad guy. I mean, not Jim Acosta bad, but still pretty scary.
And in the face of this transparent, nay, audio-taped human rights violation, the president reminded us that you can't put a price on human life, but he can.
The kingdom agreed to spend $450 billion in the United States. If we foolishly cancel these contracts, Russia and China will be the enormous beneficiaries. It's like the old story. First they came for the journalists, and I said nothing. Next they came with a bag of money, and I said thank you.